Hey Hoopers, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Jenna Drake, and tonight I'm going to be starting off the show. Audrey is running just a little bit late. I know she's been running all over the place with her school stuff, so we're going to give her time to get ready. So if you guys haven't watched before, this is just a weekly web show that we have every Monday at 9 Eastern time. And if any of you have questions about hooping or anything hoop related, or even if it's not hoop related, go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll be sure to get to all of your questions. And tonight will just be an open forum kind of show, so any question goes. So please be sure to leave your comments in the comment box down below. As I said, I'm Jenna. If you haven't watched the show before, I am a local Lawrence, Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas kind of area hooper. I've been hooping for about 3 years, and it's been a blast. It's finally warm enough outside here in Kansas that I can hoop outside. And if you can't tell, I am a little bit sunburned because I haven't been outside since like October, November-ish. So I haven't seen a lot of sun, so I'm kind of suffering right now, but it's okay. But yeah. So I guess I will go ahead and do a little demo, and if you see anything that I do in my demo that you guys would like to see a tutorial on or just have some questions about, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. All right. Oops. All right. Sorry about hitting the camera. That is the nature of live television, or in this case, live internet web shows. As I said it before, if you guys saw me do anything tonight in my demo that you would like to see a tutorial on, please leave comments in the comment box down below. Looks like our excuse me. Looks like our comment section is pretty quiet right now. So if there are any of you out there in the first 4 minutes of the show who are watching, please talk to me. I like when people talk to me. It makes this a whole lot less awkward because I'm not good at rambling like Audrey is. So yeah, I guess I know if any of you are Florida hoopers, you guys had the chance, if you lived in the Sarasota area, you had the chance to go to Hoop Path this upcoming weekend. And I am rocking my Hoop Path gear because I went to Hoop Path in December. And if you guys don't know what Hoop Path is, I hope you know who Baxter is. Because if you don't know who Baxter is, get on YouTube, search him real quick. He's a great hooper, and he runs the Hoop Path workshops and the retreat in North Carolina every year. And I don't know if I'm going to make it out to the retreat this summer. I'm going to be very busy with summer school and hopefully working if I can get a job. Excuse me. So I don't think I'm going to make it to the retreat this summer, but I did go to the workshop in December, and it was amazing. And if you ever have a Hoop Path workshop close to you, I definitely recommend going. Those of you who have watched the show between like last summer and now, I hope you've seen a drastic difference in my hooping. Hoop Path really just helped me open up and explore my areas because I was I stayed in my center when I was hooping. I never like really moved my arms past like this. I never really got into expressing myself with my hooping until I went to Hoop Path, and it's been a great adventure ever since. And if you guys would like to go back and watch some of the previous episodes of Hooping Live, we do have all of our episodes at hoopinglive.com. Again, it's hoopinglive.com, and there you can see all the previous episodes we've done and little bios about me and all the other hosts that we've had on the show, including Audrey. And if you guys would like to help out behind the scenes with the show, or if you have any copyright-free music that maybe you or someone you know creates and you'd be willing to let us use it on the show, or if you would like to create a logo for us or anything like that that you think you would help, you can always contact us at info@hoopinglive.com. Again, that is info@hoopinglive.com. All right. Still no comments, I don't think, yet. I don't see any coming up so far. Any questions, guys? Put them in the comments. Oh, wait, there they are. They all just came in. So, we have a comment from Nicolina, and she says, what are some of your favorite stretches to do during your hoop practice? I save all of my stretching for before and after, and I just kind of do basic stretching. I really like to focus on stretching my legs out. And I just do I think it's a hamstring stretch when you pull your leg back. I don't remember muscle names very well, so bear with me. I do basic arm pulls across and behind the head like this. Stuff like that, and I also try to remember to stretch out my neck because I carry a lot of tension in my neck in general, so I just roll my head around both ways and make sure I'm real loose before I practice, and then I do the same basic stuff after I hoop too, just to make sure I don't get any cramps or anything. Alright, so we have another comment from Sarah McCarthy, and she's asking for paddle tips. Alright, paddle tips, I can do that. If you don't know what paddling is, it looks like this. Oh, you can't see my face. This is paddling. You just go in like this. And so you really need to know, obviously, how to chest hoop at a decent level. I shouldn't say that you have to know everything about chest hooping. You have to be super, super good at it, because I learned paddles and breaks since they kind of end up going together. I learned both of those before I could even chest hoop standing still. So as far as paddles go, you're going to be pushing the hoop, obviously, in the direction that you go. Feel free to turn while you're going if your hoop gets a little wonky. And then when you paddle, you're just bringing one hand in and pushing out. Because it's not just, you're not just like putting your hands up. I know that's what Audrey said last week, is when she first saw paddling, she was just basically, if you were to take the hoop away, she was just going like this. And just doing that. She thought it was like a dance move. And I totally thought the same thing too. So we're not alone in this. But I'll do it from the side so you can really see what my hands are doing. I'm going to be pushing the hoop out, because it gives it a little bit more momentum and just a little more guidance as you're hooping. And once you get the rhythm of it down, it's really nice. And you don't have to do it fast like I was doing, like every time your hoop comes around to paddle. You can just do paddle, 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 paddle. Just whenever you think that you need it. So I hope that helped you out, Sarah. If there are any other questions, feel free to ask or make me clarify. I know I'm not the best person when it comes to tutorials. I try, though. So it looks like we've got another comment from Jessica Wallerstein, I think. She says, hi ladies, I need some help with more advanced breaks. I can do all types of breaks, including backs, paddle breaks. However, I'm having trouble with my speed. There is a really fast break combo that I see a lot of hoopers doing, including Audrey, and I can't seem to figure out the pattern. If you know what I'm talking about, any tips? I don't know what you're talking about. As far as the combo goes, I don't know what that is, what the combo you're talking about. If you could leave a comment with a video that Audrey's doing it in, or that somebody else that you see is doing it in, with the time, where it is, if you could leave that in the comments, that would be great. That way I can definitely help you with what you're asking, because I don't really know. So Jessica, please let me know what that move looks like, and I will help you. So we've got another comment from Mixie Hoops. And she says, Jenna, how do you feel with the Levy wand, how do you feel the Levy wand has helped you with your hooping flow? I just picked one up and I adore it. All right, I'm gonna go grab my Levy wand real quick. Okay, so I did make a video about, I made a video of me flowing with the Levy wand. I got mine from flowtoys.com, and it's just a basic short string Levy wand, and I'm kind of regretting getting the short string. I've heard if you get the long string, you can do both long and short string tricks with it. So I don't know. I'm probably going to end up investing in getting a long string Levy wand. How has it helped with my hooping flow? It's definitely taught me, I mean, in general, just more spatial awareness, because the Levy wand is like a different shape than a hoop, you know, and it's going to have different flight patterns around the body. Like, it's still going to do circles and everything, like when you go around. But it's a straight line versus a hoop, which is a circle, and it's pretty predictable with whatever you do with it. So that has definitely helped me, and I've learned to move a lot better, actually, if that makes any sense, because I feel like with hooping, you can kind of save all of the showy aspects to it with just the hoop. You know, you can kind of get away with just doing kind of like a really trick-heavy routine, but with flow wand, you really have to get into it, because if you're just going to stand here and use your flow wand just like, I think that's kind of boring, you know. You really want to get into it, and you really want to get into it because it's supposed to be like an illusion. Like there's no string on here and you're using both hands to control it. Oh, see, I'm still not very good yet. I need to practice with my Levy wand more. I've been neglecting it recently. All right. Looks like we've got another comment from Hoopadelic Kittens. She says, "This is my first time watching this. Yay! We love having new viewers. Welcome. This is a great, great place to learn, if I do say so myself. Have you ever played with single minis, and who are you most inspired by?" And I have played with single minis, and it is so much fun. I happen to have my minis right here. I love playing with a single mini. It's so, so much fun. And whom am I most inspired by? That is a tough one to ask. I guess it kind of depends on what hoop feelings I'm feeling that day, if that makes any sense. If I'm feeling really breaky and fast and really wanting to get down in my hooping, I'm definitely inspired by Tiana. But if I'm feeling more flowy and just, I don't know, just more flowy, I guess, more like water, which is like, I feel like my true element when it comes to hooping, I'm definitely inspired by Baxter because he taught me how to be water, if that makes any sense. Well, it looks like we've got Audrey in the house. Audrey, are you set up and ready?
I am. I'm just getting my stuff set up. I like your shirt, baby girl.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. It looks like we have a lot of viewers tonight. That's good.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of questions.
Okay, yeah. If you guys can just repost them so I can just look at them real quick, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Do you want me to post all of them or just the ones I haven't answered yet?
The one that you just answered and down, so I can kind of get updated. So sorry I'm late, guys. I have been nonstop with this whole graduating thing. No one told me that graduating college was going to be super, like, time-consuming, so... Anyway, so hi, everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. Thank you so much, Jenna, for starting it off. You are the bomb diggity, and I love you like a hooper loves her hooping. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, because I did get a few questions about Baxter being on the show tonight, and he did leave this morning, so he was not able to be on the show. He is not even going to, see, he left at, he won't be home for at least another hour or so, so he's still on the road, so that, microphone, how dare you, he won't be, able to come on the show tonight, but I did have a little chat with him, and we're working something out with his schedule because he is done with the tour, the Purify tour, and so he will have a little extra time. So I will let you guys know as soon as that happens. He is super busy, and he is pretty tough to get on the show, but I promise you it will happen, so be patient. And for those of you who know about the whole Hooper time schedule or whatever. It's pretty much everything that we say we do like later. Whether it be 10 minutes or a couple days, or sometimes in my case, a couple weeks. But anyway, Craig knows about that. And I love you, Craig. And anyway, so I went to Hoop Path this weekend, guys, and it was absolutely incredible. You went to Purifier, correct, Jenna?
Yeah, in December. Yep.
Oh my god, dude!
I know, right?
I need like a raise of hands down below who all has gone to Purifier and who all is going to the retreat this year. I want to know who's going, who's been, if you've been to. Actually, you know what? Everyone post down below how many Hoop Path you have gone to, and if you've gone to Purifier, because I want to just kind of get a little kind of thing going here to understand how many of our viewers are Hoop Pathers, because I think the Hoop Path is the way of life. So anyway, before we start answering more of the questions, I wanted to just talk a little bit about a few things that I've been doing. And so, like I said, Hoop Path was this weekend, and it was incredible. It was such an amazing experience. We learned so much. I got a new hoop.
Ooh.
I know. I don't usually get hoops, so hold on.
Can't wait to see this. Audrey never has new hoops.
I know. Are you shy? Oh, he's shy. Oh, are you shy? Come on, don't. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. All right. He said okay. All right. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I need help. This is a hoop. It's not that exciting, but it's I forget which color changing tape it is, but it looks really pretty in all these different kinds of light. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it.
It's pulling a lot of blue, so I wonder.
I don't know, but in the inside, what I'm so happy about this is it is a bluish green glow in the dark polypropylene tubing. So when I turn the lights off, it is such a bright glow. It is stunning, you guys. It's absolutely stunning. It looks super trippy too. It kind of looks like a jellyfish. It like reminds me of a glowing jellyfish. Maybe that's your name. And anyway, so in the inside I have I don't use gaffer's tape anymore. I in fact use the new Velcro tape that a lot of people have seen. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I don't know if you can even really see it, actually. It's pretty clear, which is really nice. It doesn't distract from the hoop's color. And it's just kind of like a soft, it's like kind of like a Velcro, almost, like a softer Velcro. And it sticks to skin really well. And it also sticks to clothing really well. So it's like 10 times better than gaffer's tape, in my opinion. So that's what I'm using right now. And it's 32 inches. And Bonnie Brown of Outward Spiral made it for me. She's a very dear friend of mine, and I only get hoops from people that I know very well because I feel like their energy and love is put into the hoops. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my new hoop. I don't know what to call it yet. I don't know if that jellyfish thing works. If you guys want to help me name my hoop, post the name down below, and we can get that thing named. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about how the workshop went this weekend, leave me a comment down below. As Jenna said, she also went to Purifier, so if you have any questions about anything at all, just let us know. We'll go through some of the questions, and then if we have time, I'll talk a little bit more about it. And am I freezing at all? Because I feel a little freezy.
A little bit, but it's not super bad. Just
Okay.
like everyone.
Cool beans, cool beans. Okay, so we have a comment from, oh wow, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy today. My first time watching Hooper Kittens, some Hoopadelic Kittens. Oh, that's kind of cool. Have you ever played with a single mini, and who are you most inspired by? That's one I walked into. You answered. Have played with a single mini. Single minis are crazy if you've ever seen Tiana, and I'm sure, Jenna, you spoke about Tiana.
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much the only answer to that question is like,
yeah.
you've
Just
ever seen Tiana hoop with a single mini, then you've probably done it too. And then who are you most inspired by? And I am most inspired by probably female-wise Bonnie Brown, and she's a local hooper in Sarasota, and not only because she's been hooping a little bit longer than some of the really well-known female hoopers, but she has this very special and unique style of hooping that is just absolutely stunning to me. So I really love Bonnie Brown, honestly. She's been a huge inspiration to me since I started college, emotionally, hoop-wise, all of that. And then male, I love Matthias, as most of you know, but Baxter is definitely probably going to be my male inspiration. I love, and his hooping is great, as you guys know, but really this weekend I was able to see what I really am inspired when it comes to Baxter, and it is his way of putting words and metaphors into different movements and telling stories through hoop, and I love that. So, moving forward, D. Jennings says, how do you deal with dizziness? Oh my god, you hit the nail on the head, because this weekend I got sick so many times because I was getting so dizzy. I have so much to say about it. So I like to turn and spin, but I can't seem to find a balance where I can move smoothly into the next move without getting the spins. I know spotting works and stands, but I keep getting my eyes on the hoop as I spin suggestions. Jenna, do you want to go ahead and take this one away for the start?
Yeah. Dizziness is something I definitely deal with, and if you watched my demo, I do tend to spin, I wouldn't say a lot in my hooping, but I do always turn with my hoop, especially when I'm chest hooping, not because I can't chest hoop standing still, but I have a much smoother plane, a horizontal plane when I'm chest hooping if I turn. I think it just kind of comes with time, because I remember when I first started hooping, I would get dizzy very, very easily, and now I only ever really get dizzy if I'm specifically practicing sustained spinning. And oh my gosh, I remember I was hooping and filming for Hooping Idol Classic Rock Week, and I wanted to do a lot of sustained spinning because I was hooping to a Stevie Nicks song, and I felt like it just needed a lot of really pretty sustained spinning, and I could not do it. Like, I wish I had my mom here. She was laughing at me so hard trying to do sustained spinning. I think part of it was because I was kind of on a hill at one point, and I would just be spinning, and I would just end up like 10 feet in like the opposite direction of where I was supposed to be, just because I would get so dizzy, and I would lose where I was, and it was awful. But one quick fix I know for dizziness, if you just are hooping and you just want to immediately stop your dizziness, I have found just bouncing up and down, like you're spinning, and you just stop and just hop up and down a couple times, it will immediately, at least for me, it immediately stops my dizziness, and you can just continue hooping. What about you, Audrey?
Jenna, that was really good advice, and Jenna's completely right about when she says about the bouncing. It's actually, and it does work. The thing is, sometimes when you kind of get to that point where you get nauseous from spinning, the bouncing doesn't fix the like nauseous feelings, but it will kind of be an immediate fix, and that's what I was doing this weekend. And like Jenna said, it's kind of a bounce, and when you do it, I just kind of go on my toes, and I just kind of like hop, like not even like jump. You can jump if you want, but I just kind of like bounce in one place, because sometimes even bouncing, like if you're in the middle of a performance and you get dizzy, what are you going to do? Like put your hoop down and be like, 1 second, guys, and be like, start bouncing. What I do is I kind of do this like little hop, and I just get on my toes and just kind of like bounce off the toes. So if I'm holding my hoop, I can just kind of like, like hold in one space and just kind of like try to make it as cool as I can by hopping. And in one place, microphone, we've talked about this, and I know we're an attention whore, and so that really does help. And spotting, like always, helps. Can I just show you guys this? Chakra's like, oh, are you done with your seat, Mom?
Oh, my cats do that too.
Oh, and just get comfortable, because apparently I can't sit there anymore. Can I just, like, have a corner? Can I just have a corner? Thanks. Oh, don't smack my butt. He just smacked my butt.
Ooh.
Anyway, sorry, I'm being goofy tonight. Spotting does help, but as many of you know, spotting can be tough. And the other thing I want to talk about is looking up, because what did they say? They said something about looking at your hoop, because it is hard not to like not stare at your feet or the hoop. Ow! That was really mean, Chakra. Anyway, so looking up really helps, and I do it all the time. I will hoop. And Jenna, I don't know if you do this too. I don't even know if maybe Baxter even talked about this at Purifier with you all. And I am wearing pants. Don't get that excited, you guys. And what I'll do, and I'll show you right now, if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll see this. I'll stare just kind of down at the hoop like this. And I'll just always stare at the hoop. And I think, and I think it's opinion based, but what I think looks better is when someone, like, even in practice, maybe it doesn't look better, but looking up, just opening your heart and looking up, not closing in and looking down. So versus so I don't know if, like, you guys really saw a big difference with that.
Oh, I did. I definitely did. I liked the looking up a lot better, and like I feel like if you're going to be performing, especially, the looking up is going to come off way better because you're going to be like more open to the people watching than just like looking down and hooping.
Right. Absolutely. Chakra. Good Lord. Yeah, hold on. So the other thing I want to give you guys advice on is research. Yes, research. And research in a way, do your cats lay inside y'all's hoops?
Yes.
I don't know what it is about cats and hoops, but they literally just, here, check this out.
Yup.
All the time. And it's like you can lay anywhere else in the house, but it's like, nope.
Inside the hoops.
Want to be in the hoop. I think that's pretty adorable. So anyway, research it. And don't research it in a hooper's aspect. I think that's what a lot of people do, is they want to just look at the answers in a hooper's world. But look at, like, for like ballerinas who spin all the time, or just ways to fix this issue. Sometimes even diet is a big thing about getting dizzy. You can, like, change your diet to help you not get so nauseous or whatever quicker. That's just me ranting, though. So yeah, just think about research outside of hooping. Okay, so moving forward to the next questions, we have, wait, does something say daughter? Whoa, sorry guys.
Yeah, I see that comment.
Why am I so lost right now?
The next comment is
Megan
Stewart.
Yeah, Megan Stewart. Sorry, guys. And sorry about my, like, nasaliness. I am, like, just beat up right now with, like, allergies and stuff. So Megan Stewart says, hi. I could use some help with the Vortex. I can do the Vortex and nothing in motion just fine. However, the hoop always hits my butt. Any way to avoid this? And that's actually a really good question. I like questions like that. Yes, I'm going to let Jenna, do you know how to answer this question?
Yeah.
I'm going to let Jenna kind of take it away first because I've been talking a lot. So go ahead.
All right. So Megan, as far as your problem of the hoop hitting your butt, I feel you. That was me when I was trying to learn the Vortex for sure. One of the big things I found that helped me was changing my hoop weight. And I know not everybody can afford to just be buying new hoops all the time and et cetera, et cetera. But I was completely unable to do the Vortex with my 160 PSI hoop. It was impossible. But once I changed to 100 PSI, I was able to do it. And then the other big thing that I see a lot of hoopers messing up with the Vortex, which is I think the biggest thing when it comes to learning it, is their grip. When hoopers are first learning the Vortex, and it's totally understandable because you're learning the motions of it, they're just gripping the hoop as it comes down and gripping it as it goes up, and you don't need to do that. The way when I do the Vortex is I have my hands, if you can see, just very loosely gripped, and I'm like holding on to the hoop with my fingertips. So when I bring it down, it's really when I go up. When I bring down, I've got it hooked on my thumb, and I go up, and that's when it's on my fingertips. And I think the grip switch of that definitely helps, like not to grip it super hard, because that way, like if I were to grip this, I'm not getting like that fluid motion. I'm not even over exaggerating this at all. But see how the hoop is kind of bending down when I bring it up, and that is gonna be what causes it to hit your butt. So that's my tip.
Cool. Yeah, what Jenna said is very true, and I might look like a small girl, but I kind of got a booty.
She does.
I do. And I've had issues with my butt before, and not only with just the Vortex, but with a lot of things. I've noticed that all of a sudden I'll be hooping and my butt somehow found its way into intruding on something I'm trying to do. I'm going to just take this from real quick, Chakra. Sorry, here. Take this one instead. And my suggestion is what Jenna said, but let me make sure that you guys can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just like a hot mess today. My microphone is trying to beat me up. It's had some jealousy issues lately. So I don't want to be like that trashy girl that has her microphone in the picture here. Okay. You know what? That works. So anyway, my suggestion for not making it hit your butt is when you come down into the Vortex right here and bring it up, it's kind of like sustained spinning when you're going like this. Think about when you're doing that, keeping yourself completely centered into the hoop, and kind of just play around with going like this, maybe like one-handed, and see how far your hand needs to push the hoop up so it doesn't like grip onto your butt or whatever. And what I like to do is when I'm coming down and I'm grabbing it here, I kind of like to pretend like I'm almost spinning the hoop up all the way, just to keep myself consistently sustained into the center of the hoop. And when you're grabbing it in the back, think about even pushing out some instead of letting the hoop kind of come into the body. So as you come down, you push out instead of, well, I can't even do it anymore, but yeah, instead of letting it kind of come into the body, you're going to just kind of push out away from the butt area and come back out. Does that make sense, Jenna?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps. If not, let us know and we can kind of move forward and try to help you out just a little bit more. So let's see here. You guys are just very chatty tonight. I love it. So Nicolina, hello Nicolina, says, thanks Jenna. Would you talk about breath work and give some examples? And absolutely, breath work is like something I think both Jenna and I are quite fond of. Breath work is something that I've become more fond of over the years. I used to only be able to hoop at all with music. If not, I just felt like I was just popping out a bunch of things because I felt uncomfortable to sorry, and uncomfortable to bless you. Oh my God, you guys, ADD. I felt uncomfortable. Craig, don't laugh at me. I felt uncomfortable to. What am I talking about? Breathing.
Breath
I breathe sometimes. Breath work. God, that fly is just bugging the crap out of me. And what's really great about breath work is like you can think about it as the way Khan taught us, and it's something that a lot of people can do in replacement of music, and I do it all the time. I've kind of stopped listening to music and started doing more breath work because, and it sounds really funny, but I'll breathe in, kind of like an audible breath in, and when I breathe out, I do a movement. It's kind of like, oh, what was it? The exercise that Baxter does with the bells. It's like a song that kind of has like dings in it, and every time you hear a certain ding, your hand moves in a new direction. Is almost like you're like kind of this like cloth underwater that's being poked at, and it's kind of the same thing. You can do that with breath work. So you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you're doing something differently. So breathing in, you can go breathing in, breathing out, or breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And it's just kind of like these movements that are followed by the patterns of your breath. And the other thing I do that's kind of goofy, but I like it more than music sometimes because it's kind of like I'm creating my own beat in my head. And what that is, I'll kind of, I'll be like, and it's really kind of goofy. I do it like even if I'm listening to music, I'll do it. But like if I'm doing breaks and paddles, I'll go like, and it's like super goofy, but every movement I have has its own sound. So I'll be like, whoa. It's so weird. I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. But it's super goofy, but it really helps. Like it's crazy how it works. I suggest trying it in the privacy of your own home. What are your suggestions, Jenna?
Well, I love breath work. Lately, I have been hooping to a lot more music. I feel like I go back and forth. Like I'm hooping to music, and I'll go on like these big long couple months where I'm just doing one or the other. And I think now that it's summertime, I'm gonna be kind of transitioning almost back into breath work because it's just a lot of work to like carry my laptop and like everything outside with me just so I can hoop to some music. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot more breath work. But one of the things that really kind of along the lines of what Audrey was saying, how every one of her moves has its own sound. I know I watched, I think it was a Baxter video, or maybe he talked about it in Hoop Path. I don't know. I get them confused on what I've seen online and what he's said in person. But he talks about how when he hoops blindfolded, he can hear all the different sounds the hoop is making, and especially when you're breaking and paddling, because you're obviously, I mean, you're going to have let me grab my hoop real quick. You're going to have, like, the slapping when you hit it on every side, and then the noise it makes when it rolls across your back and across your front. And I kind of read true with that. Like, I feel like a lot of my hooping just is its own noise, and that is kind of what I feed off of when I'm hooping with breath work. I kind of mix the two.
Jenna, do you want to hoop real quick and not talk so maybe we can hear that sound?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so guys, I want to reiterate on that. What Jenna said is actually a really good point. My strange sounds that I make when I hoop are actually inspired by those sounds exactly, because it's not only the hitting of the hoop, but there's also sliding your hand across the hoop and the sound of maybe your hands running against like the creases of the tape or against the sanded part of the tape or the hoop, and just the different sounds that the hoop makes as you're touching it. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to focus on those sounds. And that's why, kids, you should hoop in silence. It really is amazing. I really love it. I think it's a great method of learning how to really be engaged with your hoop aside from music. And I think it actually makes you better at hooping with music because you learn the sounds, and those sounds become feelings. So when you hear similar sounds in music, you're able to kind of connect to the music more. So there's that in a bag of potato chips. Moving forward, let's go to Megan Stewart, who is struggling with being inspired. Oh gosh, where are we?
Oh, okay. Oopie Taylor.
Oopie Taylor. Oopie, that's cute. Says, "Oh my God, you two are gorgeous." Thank you.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you. That's very sweet, and all of you are beautiful as well. She also says, "Can hooping be dangerous to the organs? My daughter uses a weighted hoop and is very good with it. I was just worried that it could be harmful." And in terms of weighted hoops, I don't know a lot about the medical side of it, but I do know that, whatever you do, hooping's gonna maybe cause some bruising on the body. I have noticed when I've hooped with those kind of ridged weighted hoops that come on the commercials that it's been a little painful on my spinal cord. I'd research hooping injuries and how they're related, but man, I don't feel comfortable answering that question because I don't know the super correct answer. And Jenna, do you have any suggestions or advice?
Well, I think I would first ask if she is using a weighted hoop like a 160 HDPE kind of weighted hoop, because like those are only usually about a pound, and those are okay to hoop with. The ones that Audrey is talking about with the ridges, like you see it's like the hoop and then on the inside it's like wavy. I've heard stories at least, or maybe I read on hooping.org or somewhere. I've read it somewhere that those are not good for you for like hoop dancing and like extended uses. They're only supposed to be used in very, very small increments because they are usually 3 to 5 pounds, and having something that heavy rotating around your body is going to cause some sort of injury. I'm not going to say if it causes organ injury or anything like that because I don't know. I don't play with them ever. But like Audrey said, like her spine hurts when she uses them. And I feel like maybe just tell your daughter to listen to her body, and if something is really, really hurting, like beyond bruising, like really, really hurting, she should definitely stop using the hoop. I always just say to stay away from those heavy weighted hoops that you can get at like Target or whatever that have the waves on the inside. Always get some hoop dance hoops, or even if you don't have the money to get some from like Hoop Mamas, go for like a Walmart water hoop or something. But I've just never liked those wavy weighted hoops. They scare me, and no.
I agree. We have some in my gym downstairs, and every time I use it, it's just kind of painful.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. So if you have any more questions on that, you can send us maybe a private message, because I know that can be an issue. Actually, maybe not even a private message. Maybe that's something that a lot of people want to know about. So we'll get that topic kind of started and see what happens, because if there's a lot of people using those, that's probably not good. So moving forward to the next questions, we have one from D. Jennings again. Says, "Oh, dizziness. Wait.
I think that just got posted twice. I think the next one is...
Okay. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
So...
Hoopidelic Kitten?
Yes, thank you, Jenna. Says, "I remember when I first started hooping a few years ago, I was struggling with being inspired, and I saw Baxter's video about letting down the cage when it comes to hooping and letting go. That really encouraged me to pick up my hoop and become a hooper I am today. If you like fluid motions, you should check out Shakti Sunfire. She's all about the meditative side of hooping and the connection and fluidity. I personally love Tiana because she really gives you a different perspective on single mini space and sacred geometry. Sorry for the long comment, haha, this is fun. So I just want to give you props for that comment because it was actually a very, very well written comment, and it's a very true comment as well. You know, all these hoopers have all these different methods of hooping, and I think one thing that it all comes down to is, yes, we can do the tricks, yes, we can have a sick flow, but once all that's said and done, I think that that kind of spiritual, sacred, whatever connection that we have in our hoop and our own way that we have it is very special and something that we kind of look towards for further growth within our hoop. And chakras carpet surfing. And I think that that's really, really lovely to meditate on and to understand. And I suggest looking at all the people that you can, and especially those that are well-known hoopers, because they're to the point where they're, you know, past the tricks and into that more spiritual side of hooping, because you can only get so far with something before you start wanting something more. It's like a relationship. You can have all the fun and the honeymoon and the new parts of the relationship, and after a while you're looking for something more. So it's kind of like that. I don't know. I like that. But anyway, what do you think, Jenna? What's your advice or comment on that?
Well, I haven't seen the Baxter video that she's talking about, so I'm gonna have to like go through all of Baxter's videos now and like try to find what she's talking about, because I would love to hear the way that he says it, because if I know Audrey knows this for sure, and anybody else out there who's been to a hoop path, Baxter just has the most wonderful way with words, and it is something that you can, like, I at least haven't been able to recreate on my own. Just thinking back on hoop path, it's like I just want my own personal Baxter with me during like every hoop practice I do.
We all.
Yeah, seriously. But I do like Shakti Sunfire. I haven't watched a lot of her videos, but I think I've seen a few tutorials here and there. And the way that she talks about stuff as well is great. Like Audrey said, all these well-known hoopers have gotten past the tricks and being showy. They're all on the spiritual side, and I love that, and I can't wait to hit that, but I know it all comes with time. So.
Absolutely. Shut your shear, you stop that. Yeah, I agree. I think that I agree with everything that you said there. I think that that's really great advice. That's a great comment, actually. I'm really glad that that was said today. So Very Friendly says, congrats on graduating from college, Audrey. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Do you guys know how to hoop on your head? Yes, kind of. I've been taught head hooping a couple times, and it works. It's kind of hard with your hair down, so I definitely suggest kind of keeping an open plane as much as you can around your head. But I'm not a big fan of it for not all women, because I like when Tiana and Brecken do it, but just for me personally, I think it does not go well with my own flow. And maybe I'll think differently if I get it, but I get super dizzy when I head hoop. So I'm just kind of, I'd stay away from that a little bit, but I do know how, and I can teach you a little bit. What about you?
I've tried head hooping a few times. My problem is I am scared of hitting myself in the face/ear region, because I have my nose pierced and I have my industrial bar, an industrial piercing, and I've hit both of those things while hooping before, and it's extremely painful, and so I just try to avoid hitting or hooping it on the face area, so I don't ever nose hoop. And I think I've accidentally head hooped like twice before, but I know my or a girl I know, Kenzie, she's been on the show before. She head hoops every now and then, and she can do it pretty well, and it fits her flow. But like Audrey said, I don't feel like it fits my flow. I feel like it's awkward and just, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm just scared of it. I don't know.
Well, regardless if it fits your flow or not, I'll give a couple tips on it. So when you're starting off, you want to think about the head hooping kind of going like this. So when you're doing it, you kind of want to roll the head with the hoop. Because think about it, if it's your hips, what do your hips do? Okay, they move, you know, in those kind of rotations. So think about moving your hips to your head. So if you take your hoop and start it off, I like to kind of start off in like namaste hands and bring the hoop on the forehead and kind of stall it. And what you can do is just practice stalling the hoop on your forehead. So see, I got dizzy there. So stall it and kind of get a feeling for it just being on the head. And then after you stall on the forehead, try rotating it to right here and stalling there. Then rotating it to here and stalling here. And then whoa, and vice versa. So try installing it on all planes of your head. And the other thing that really helps with the stalling is using your hand. So as you come around, using your hands to kind of like push out like this. And what that also does is gives you a leverage that if the hoop flies off, you have a place to catch it. So that's a really great way of kind of starting off with it. And then when you really get into it, oh my god, I feel like I'm going to break something doing this because I'm not that good at it, but I'll try. Oh, for Hooping Live, you guys. Shocker, watch out. So, you're stalling. And I caught the hoop. I did it for a couple rotations, but what you can do is when you catch the hoop, you can just kind of put it right back onto the head. I also suggest having have like a top knot, because that top knot, sometimes the hoop can get caught onto that. I've bun. What? Xbox. Pause. Sorry. For some reason, my Xbox thought I wanted to watch Mad Men. So, anyway, yeah. Does that help? Jenna, did that make sense to you?
It definitely did. And I tried it a little bit, but I got dizzy when it came to stalling on my forehead, so I was just like, I'm not going to do this inside. But it definitely made sense, and those were very good tips.
Great. Well, we only have about 10 minutes left, so let me move on through these questions real quick. So we have one from Very Friendly. Oh, no, I just saw that one. Megan Stewart says, what are you majoring in? I am majoring in photography, a focus in fashion and commercial, and I also have a business minor. And so thank you. And Mixie Hoop says, I went to the Boulder Purifier Tour in January. It was super freaking awesome, and yes, it was super freaking awesome. I hope more of you got to go to that because it was pretty incredible. We have one from Opie Taylor again. Opie Taylor says, your eyes are way more gorgeous than that blue hula hoop. Are you hitting on me? Because I don't like it. Thank you. Just kidding. No, thank you. That was very sweet. And Jenna has, I don't know who you're talking about, but I think, Jenna, you have light eyes too, don't you?
Yeah. Can you see my eyeballs?
I like them eyeballs. So pretty. It's so pretty. Opie Taylor also says hydration helps, and hydration does help. Or did Craig say that? Someone said that.
I think,
yeah, I think Taylor said that. I don't know. But anyway, yes, hydration does help, and that kind of goes hand in hand with diet. Nicolina says, I like what you said, Audrey, about opening your heart and looking up. It looks way better and as opposed to down and closed off. And yes, it's true. It creates a place for people to feel more welcomed into your dance. Because like it's kind of the same thing as crossing your arms and kind of, holding it rather than opening up and like kind of like being confident. It shows a sense of confidence as well. So it's better to have the mic pointed. That was from Craig. Sorry. Meow Pretty Kitty says, I love the hoop you're using, Audrey. It's beautiful. And thank you. I love it. And it's Outward Spiral again. OutwardSpiral.net. Bonnie Brown. She makes custom hoops and does send out nationwide. So you can order one from her. D. Jennings says, thanks, girls. Looking up Looks more elegant than looking down while shoulder hooping. I love the show. I've been hooping for just over a month with my 6-year-old who rocks it. I know
Oh,
I don't know any hoopers in my hood, Phoenix, Arizona. It's nice to have your show for questions. Jenna, I'll be in KC this summer. Maybe I'll catch you rocking out. Thanks, lovelies. That's really cool.
nice. I sorry if this is weird, but do you mind telling me where in KC you'll be? Because if you're gonna be like in the downtown area, hit me up on Facebook. I can send you a link to the West Bottoms Flow group that we have downtown, and it's so much fun. I think there's like a $5 donation or whatever to get in just to help pay for the space. But if you're looking for some good hooping time while you're here in KC, I can help you.
That's great. I hope that when I come, I can go to this hoop jam you speak of. So I love that. And what I want to say, oh, you can also, there are hoopers in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm pretty sure it's actually a group. So I suggest going on hooping.org or Hoop City to look for people in your area if you're having trouble with that. And if you can't find anyone, try like recruiting people. That's what I did when I first started hooping. Because in Kansas City, there was nothing hoop related in Kansas City. It was so frustrating. And that's one of the main reasons why I started this show with Craig, was because I really wanted to create a space where people could feel like they're at some sort of hoop jam when they can't be at one or are busy. So hopefully that's what it's bringing for people. So last two comments for the night. Kaylin Daisley says, I'm relatively a new hooper. The only hoop I have right now is a Mood Hoop LED Blaze hoop. That's 38 inches, I think. Do you have any suggestions about another hoop to get to practice with? Any must-to-know starter tricks? I can do the Vortex well and sort of chest hoop, but that's about it. I'm kind of shocked you actually have an LED hoop when you're such a new hooper. I mean, I guess LED hoops are kind of just a thing that everyone has now. I used to be very outspoken about LED hoops and not getting them until you really knew your size, but, you know, and I just gave up on that because everyone wants an LED hoop. They're too cool to not get. So if all you have is a Mood Hoop, LED hoop, I mean, LEDs are pretty heavy already, which is good. I think having a big, heavy hoop is great to start out with. I would suggest something maybe around 34 inches for off-body and maybe 32 to 30 inches for really off-body stuff. I use 32 inches, and this is good for me doing on and off-body. I also, for a while, used 28 inches, which is this gold hoop, which is relatively smaller, and I used it for off and on body as well, but that's when I was really being super flicky with my moves. So I just kind of would, it all kind of depends on your own personal flow. There's a lot of information online about that. Jenna, do you want to give any quick tips about that stuff?
Yeah, I would definitely try to stick maybe around the same diameter, and I would do maybe 100 psi 3/4 inch tubing. And if you were looking for a good hoop company, I know Bonnie Brown's company is really good, and I will forever and always represent Hoop Mamas here in Lawrence, Kansas. You can find them on Etsy, and they have a ton of hoop options and tons of tape, and it's great. And as far as starter tricks, I always recommend hooptricks.com. You just Google hoop tricks. It should be one of the first links, and even if you don't know the names of some of the stuff, I actually think it's kind of fun to just go through all the on-body tricks or off-body tricks or whatever, and just to click on the videos to see what they look like. And if it's something I don't know, I'll try to learn it. But yeah.
Cool. I love it. So last two comments, and then we're quitting because it's already 10 o'clock. Vermette Vermule says, nice. And Mindy McCrae says, no need to read. Oh,
that's my aunt.
Oh, no, we're reading out loud. We're doing it. No need to read out loud, but this is Jenna's Aunt Mindy. You guys amaze me with your talent and beauty inside and out. That is so sweet. Shout out to Aunt Mindy.
Hi, Mindy.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay, guys. we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show tonight. It was a great show. Thank you, everyone that came in tonight. We really appreciate it. As you know, I did graduate college, so I will be able to have a lot more time to put more energy into this. Baxter and I spoke this past weekend about doing some business together, so there's going to be a lot of exciting things coming up with hopefully Hoop Path and Hooping Live and all of that good stuff. So we love you so much. Thank you for coming in. A big, big thank you to Craig for always helping out with the show. He is kind of the backstairs man behind everything and keeps everything rolling and going smoothly. Thank you, Jenna, for taking care of the show when I wasn't here. I apologize about being late again. Jenna, if you want to go ahead and give your contact info.
Yep, you can find all my links, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Hoop City, and a link to the Lawrence, Kansas Flow Jams at flavors.me/Jenna Drake.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. And as you guys know, you can check us out on Facebook. We are Hooping Live on Facebook. You can look up Hooping Live, and you'll find pretty much everything to do with our links on our page. We have Twitter, Instagram, etc., all that good stuff. And our shows every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We are a part of hangout10.com. You can also check out craigship.com to find more videos that have to do with hooping and some stuff that him and I did together. We have a lot of things to celebrate and a lot of things to look forward to, so thank you all again for viewing. We appreciate every and each of one of you, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.